How's it going, guys? Gonna be streaming the usual as always. Let's pull up the list. Black Green Rock just won the Modern Challenge. Had another Black Green Rock list placed. I think he got like 13th or something, and then at the team event, Rock got 13th, I think, or something like that. It's been putting up results, which is pretty good. Thanks to Assassin's Trophy, but I still don't think Assassin's Trophy makes Black Green Rock the most viable. Maybe I'm just a little biased. I still think Abzan Traverse is still the way to go. I think that you still want to be a little aggressive. Like, the reason why I'm pretty much stuck on Abzan Traverse is it's just like a leaner version. Like, you have like an aggressive game plan, and having an aggressive game plan isn't the worst thing you could do in Modern. You know what I mean? Let me just change this up real quick. Because at the end of the day, Modern's a linear format, and Black Green Rock, you have 25 lands, and it just gets super clunky. And I don't think that's where you want to be in Modern right now. Modern is pretty linear, and when you just go and sitting around going, oh hey, I have Tireless Trackers and Liliana the Veils and Tassigers you can't cast, and then in those non-reactive matchups, Scavenging Ooze isn't even a good clock. And then Jeff Lugan mentions that Black Green Rock is immune to Yard Hate. And you might go, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Abzan Traverse gets foiled by Yard Hate as well. But I mean, if you just slam a Rest in Peace onto, like, Goyf doesn't do anything, Scavenging Ooze is just a 2/2 bear, and Tassiger is uncastable, and then you have Tireless Trackers, which is good, but I mean, that's still a good portion of your threat base just being nullified. While, I mean, Grimflare is a 2/2, but a Grimflare as a 2/2 plus removal spell has text. Like, you can stack your deck. And we still have Siege Rhino, we still have Walking List, and we still have Lingering Souls as just 2/1/1 flyers, which is a high floor. I mean, the evasion is there on top of on the sideboard. Like, we have a Tireless Tracker ourselves, we have Thrun. Like, post board, we have more threats that are not reliant on the yard. 19 lands versus 25 is one of the big deals that I still think Black Green Rock kind of still isn't the most optimal, I guess. I mean, 25 lands is just a lot. Even when Jund had Bloodbraid Elf, I still don't think that's the best. Because, like, you're pretty much going 25 lands, hope to draw a Bloodbraid Elf, and hope to get your value made up by, like, all the air that you drew, you hope to make up by a top whatever you cascade into a Bloodbraid Elf. And that's kind of the same thing with Tireless Tracker. You're hoping that when you land a Tireless Tracker and you get potentially 2 clues, hopefully you just filter into less air. But the problem is with Tireless Trackers, you go Tireless Tracker on turn 4, play a land, and you're spending your mana cracking your clues in these non-interactive matchups. Like against Storm, for example, right? Like, Grimflare is one of the best cards against Storm, against Elves, against Affinity, where they can't really afford to block, and if they do block, you can kind of ambush them with your removal spells, and you get a trigger. You dig you dig into more answers that you want to draw into. While in contrast, Tireless Tracker, you tap out on 3 for her and you die, right? Like, at least you can tap out for Grimflare on turn 3 and hold up a Fatal Push or something for like a Mana Dork versus Storm, but you can't do that with Tireless Tracker. You have to wait a whole turn unless you want to leave yourself naked to a Mana Dork plus 2 mana on the draw, and they just go off. And that's not to say that Black Green Rock is a bad deck. I don't think it's a bad deck. I think it's a great deck. I think Jun's a great deck. I just don't think like who's gonna just say, oh, Black Green Rock is the only deck, is the best deck, is the best Black Green version, is the best mid range deck in the format, blah blah blah. And I just don't agree with that. The floor is high because you're clunked up with 3 drops and you have 25 lands, so you're going to cast your 3 drops, and your 3 drops are powerful. Like Tireless Shackle is a powerful card. But modern is a format where they're gonna kill you really fast, and you don't have the time to crack these clues with Tireless Shaker. Like I've tested a lot of Abzan Traverse versus Black and Rock, and yeah, if they stabilize, they do win the long game more than we do. And we're definitely the aggro deck in the matchup, as we are usually the case versus other mid-range decks where we are aggro. Like versus Mardu, we are the aggro deck. But if we can catch them off guard and stumble, and if they off more often don't have time to crack the clues, and we just hit them with Gloom Flayers. Long rant, but I mean, if you want to play Black Green Rock, go for it. It also has like a prison element to it with fielder runes. You can trophy lands, so it's the being able to manage your opponent is there. Maybe it's just the contrast in playstyles I'm not interested. Maybe I just like the aggressive nature of Traverse. Plus 19 lands is awesome. You just don't draw that much air. But I don't know. I just don't think Black Green Rock is better than Abzan Traverse, in my opinion. How's it going, Neil Drox? How's your day going? He was also ranting about how bad Grimflayer is, Jeff Lugan, and I don't agree. He like went off going, oh, Grimflayer is a bad Magic card, and then he goes, oh, and then he proceeds to lose against a random linear deck, and he goes, oh, I drew the wrong half of my deck. And I'm like, if you play Grimflayer turn 2 and connect, you pretty much throw away all the bad cards in the matchup and draw all the good cards in the matchup. It just, I don't know. It's like Grimflayer also has a lot of bad spots. I agree, but he fixes a lot of matchups too. Is this Dredge again? There has been a lot of Dredge. A lot of Dredge. I actually played a match before the stream, and it was against Dredge. Here I'm gonna ball myself, see what I have on top. If it's like a path, Lingering Souls actually isn't a bad draw, I don't think. So I think I'm gonna play this Godless Shrine tapped. Like, do I want Lingering Souls against Dredge? It's like mediocre, but like the only really cards I really want is like Path and just green sources, and I have green sources here. And the other draw is just like a Tarmogoyf on too. I can just play Godless Shrine tapped and pass. Because I don't think I want Lingering Souls. I mean, I could fetch it away to get I'm gonna get a random card off the top, but because I'm definitely going to Scavengers on turn 3, so Lingering Souls is kind of like a deadish draw. I think I'm just gonna fetch it away actually, and I'm actually gonna get an Overgrown Tomb tapped here. I definitely want like a Tarmogoyf on turn 2 or something. Okay, it's not a bad draw. Configure is one of the reasons why we play Scavengers on 3. After 14, felt with sour taste in my mouth. Felt like all we did was ram bar points into 2 spells a turn. Which version of Abzan did you play? That's what I want to know. So Imp. So he just uses Imp. He's probably going to lose this game. We pretty much need a Tarmogoyf here, just to stonewall these amalgams. Does he have another Tormenting Voice? I don't. Is there value in casting this Inquisition Equivalent? The other line is I can just play Walking Ballista and just chump block the Bloodghast, like chump the Prize Amalgam and ping the Bloodghast, and just try to conserve as much life as possible. Because I don't think there's much value in IOK here. So I think I just need to... The other options, I can just Fatal Push both these guys, which I don't think is a bad line. Yeah, maybe I just need to Fatal Push both Amalgams. So I'm going to play the Fetch line here. Fetch line is actually a good draw. How many trophies did you play? Because for... I honestly think... I honestly think that 3 trophies is like the maximum. She need to conserve life here. Yeah, see, I mean, honestly, I think once the meta kind of settles, I honestly think 2 trophies is the max I would run, and then a decay. So just hope he doesn't hit Narcomoeba here. I think we're okay. Oh, is he just casting Conflagrate? Jeez. Yeah, that's actually a good line. I think I have to 8, go to 4. Oh, it's rough. It's rough. I have to eat the Conflagrate here. I just have to eat the Conflagrate here. Oh, that Creeping Chill is probably the... Oh, did I just not play a land? I'm just being a dingus, huh? Yep. I don't think we're winning this game unless we draw... Yeah, this is a little bit too much. I think I'm just going to concede here. Save some time. I mean, if I like I said, like in the past streams, Assassin's Trophy makes our good matchups, like Hardened Scales, a lot worse, but it makes our bad matchups better. And I think it just depends on the field that you expect. You expect a lot of good matchups or bad matchups, and I think that depends on if you want 2 trophies or 3. And Hardened Scales, I think, is a good matchup. So if you think we're well positioned currently in the format, you run 2 trophies, and if you think there's a lot of bad matchups, you run 3 trophies. I think that's just how it is. It sucks, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a way around it. Here, I'm gonna cut Brutality because I don't think it does much. Cutting all the Planeswalkers because both abilities on Liliana is awful. I don't like Last Up with this matchup. I think it's too slow. And cutting the trophies because, like I said, ramping them into Bloodghast is pretty awful. I could see cutting the 3rd trophy for something else. But bringing in the 5 pieces of Yard Hate, Languish, and Explosives. And online especially, this is why I run at minimum 5 pieces of Yard Hate because of Dredge. And because of Hollow Vine, Bridge Vine. Because I feel like 2 out of 5 matches I'll play in the league, it's against Dredge. And I honestly think with Creeping Chill, Dredge is just awful. This is pretty close. Like if they have like a... I mean, discarding a go if you can do a lot worse, but it's one of those things where like, do you mulligan into hate? And well, this is a pretty good 7, so I think I'm just gonna keep it. Like for a hand with no hate, this is near perfect because I can pulse away multiple amalgams and just hope they are leaning on like a street corn or something just to hit it. Cathartic reunion, exactly. It's actually bobbled. I should have bobbled them first, which is stupid on my part. But gassed. So they can Blood Gas or Dark Blast or Tarmogoyf and then Dredge next turn. So this kind of sucks, but we had to put a clock on there. I could see that. Maybe I should have brought in T for Conflagrate. I kind of actually haven't played much against Dredge with Traverse. That's actually a pretty good note there. I probably should have brought in Teague over the Assassin's Trophy. So he played the Bloodstained Mire. Dark Blast in hand. Okay, sign all 5 cards in his hand. So is it worth fetching here to make my Goyf a 5/6? I think it is. $14, $13. So I mean, it's still a 3-turn clock after, so maybe not. Because if they play Sneak Imp next turn, I can just push it. So just for the tempo, I think I'm just gonna keep it. Because it's still a 3-turn clock after this. So let's do that. How's it going, Shame? Yeah, Galaxy is actually pretty good. Now that I think about it more. Oh, I already had yard land in the yard. My bad. This is what happens when I play after a long day of work. Imp. So him not hitting any pretty much cards that come back from the graveyard is pretty good for us. He's just conflagrating for lethal? For just discarding a bunch of cards? Oh, he Dark Blast, Imp. So he kept a mountain in hand. He obviously didn't do the math because he didn't realize that Goyf's a big boy. Yeah, so there you go. And he changed the list. I posted the list in the Facebook group. And from the previous stream, I did not change anything. I'm actually tempted to just not push this yet because it's not blocking. And until he has blockers, I don't think I'm scared because I'm winning this race. Ooh, especially because I drew a Tarmogoyf. So he needs multiple blockers of different varieties to survive this turn. Hashtag that. How's the lighting here? So you dredge Stinkweed Imp. Yep. So he drew 2 cards. Imp. So he literally drew 2 cards. Okay. It's hard to keep track with Dredge online. It's not very intuitive on what cards go back to hand. So you really have to kind of pay attention to what cards is in your opponent's hand. So like I said, like that hand had no hate in it, but it's like good enough to where it can beat Dredge. Like I think a random 6 is worse than that. Because I mean, discarding the Tarmogoyf can be a lot worse than that. Yeah. So cutting the trophy and putting the Gaddock in. I like that. I like that. Gaddock never fails to impress me how good that card is, dude. Like when I first ran Traverse, I did not like it at all. And then after running it again and again and again, I'm like, this card's actually pretty damn good. I see the thing about this hand is I don't think Scavenging Ooze is worth it. I think Scavenging Ooze is too slow of a yard hate. I do have discard into Grimflare, but this is also on the draw, and I'm also taking a lot of damage in this hand because I want to fetch an Overgrown Tomb with this. So I'm going to 15, and if I don't cast a Flare on 2, if I don't draw another land, I'm going to be 13 on turn 2, and that's not where I want to be against Dredge, especially because they have Creeping Chill. This hand I'm actually tempted to mulligan. Because the thing about Tarmogoyf is at least Tarmogoyf blocks really well, while Grimflare does not. It does have Scavenging Ooze, but Scavenging Ooze is definitely overrated in this kind of matchup because it's just so slow. Especially because you want to cast it on 3. Because if they mill Conflagrate and they kill you, well, they just killed your yard hate and you're left with nothing. I do have Languish, which is good. One sec, guys. Sorry, my girlfriend's calling. Sorry, guys. I really want to mulligan this hand, and I know I'm going to get punished for it. I do not want to play Green Black Rock. I do not. I'm going to mulligan this. I'm an idiot for mulliganing this hand. Oh, there's just so much damage. If there's an Inquisitor Kozilek, I would keep this hand. This hand is so close. Like, if this was like a Blooming Marsh, I keep this hand. If this was a like Inquisition, I keep this hand. But it's just like this combination of just glands and spells. It just feels so awkward. Like if my opponent had the same hand as last game and he had a Cathartic Reunion, this hand would just take over because like if he just relied on Cathartic Reunion, I'd win the game. But if he relies on Shriekhorn, then it's like, well, this hand is just awful. Especially because like I don't have this I want to cast a 2-drop on turn 2, and if I don't draw another land, I can't even activate Scavenging Ooze on turn 3. Unless I play the Scavenging Ooze out naked. But even then, I only have one activation. I think I'm just mulligan. Should have kept that hand. We could do a lot worse than Thoughtseize. I think at least this way I have a blocker, worst case scenario, while Grimflare was horrible at blocking. God, actually. And this is where like playing a reactive deck kind of sucks, because you kind of have to mulligan to hate. And I just don't think Scavenging is the hate we want to be at. I mean, the hand did a Languish to catch up on with, but I don't know. Not this Thoughtseize looks really bad. Hopefully I just hit a Cathartic Reunion. Oh man. So I just hope my opponent has nothing. Dredge 5 is a lot. Huh. I think I just played Tarmogoyf here. Like something that can't be conflagrated. Or if it is conflagrated, he takes out his whole hand. What, he goes up to 5. So he could kill Tarmogoyf regardless. I think I value my Tarmogoyf more. Second Imp. I definitely need a piece of yard hate right now, or I am pretty toast. Imp, imp. That's fine. Gorge. Jeez. Like my opponent's hand is not the greatest. Or his dredges. But like our hand just doesn't do anything either. Imp. 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 Wow, he milled over 0 prize amalgams. So you discard 2 imps. So I know his hand. Oh, I think I would have saved that Bloodghast, to be honest. Oh man. That last time would have beat this. should have mulliganed. So I think I have to play pretty defensive here. So imp. Imp. He failed to find. Lingo should be pretty big game here. Not a Traverse though. Yeah, this. Yeah, that's awkward. Darn. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot just for mulliganing that hand. I've been noticing that lately. I've just been mulliganing a little too aggressively, which is just not okay. I mean, language is still a good draw here. Lingering Souls is a good draw. Oh, he just has to beat for lethal, right? That's fine. Oh, that feels bad. Yeah, that's just me being stupid. Should have just kept that hand. God, that just dealt so much damage though, and it was just been so clunky. I don't know. Dredge is just a bad matchup in general, in my opinion. Ugh. Like, I just don't like Scavenging. I feel like Scavenging is just an overrated card in this matchup, in the sense that you can't rely on it being that stopping your opponent from doing what he's trying to do, if that makes sense. Like, they go turn one Shriek Horn or turn two Cathartic Union, and they just go off, and your Scavenging Ooze is too slow, right? Like, one activation on turn three just isn't good enough. This is a keepable hand. It's actually a really good hand. Get an Overgrown Tomb to be able to cast Discard Spell and Traverse. I'm an idiot for mulliganing that hand. Gosh darn it. So that's one of my cons I have as a player. Sometimes I just expect the worst from my opponent, and it's like, oh, my hand cannot beat the worst possible hand. So it's just, I don't know. God, that was just been a lot of damage though. That's the problem. I mean, you can't expect your opponent to just have mediocre dredges, because that's what that was. That was just really bad dredges. I mean, that hand, I guess, beats bad dredges, but so do a lot of other hands. So this is that 12 bolt deck. I think I'm going to take the card that I can interact with, which is this card. I guess he's not going to play this early on. I could take the Faithless Looting. I could take the Flames of Held. I can handle a 2/2, I think. Yeah, I just think a flame was held. Perfect. I actually kind of want to just traverse and get a basic, which is kind of weird. Because he could just loot. He goes loot, discard, fiery temper, kill my Grimflare. Or I could just kind of just walks into what my opponent wants me to do. I could just play this and just fatal push end of turn. What's the most mana efficient way to do this? Because I don't think I need the land anymore, so I could just save this traverse for. I think I play a land and then just fatal push the Soul Scar Mage. This line saves the most life. And I feel like this would be a favorite, quote unquote, favorite matchup, but like this card makes it. This card makes us lose a lot of percentage points. Womack Courier, interesting. I'm actually going to push the Womack Courier, I think. I feel like the Tron matchup's always been winnable. I think that it's a little overblown how quote unquote bad the matchup is. I don't think it's that bad. I think blue-white control is really bad. But I don't know. On the Traverse version, I think Tron is actually even. Like my win rate versus Tron is like over 60% or something like that. So I'm just gonna get a Temple Guard in here so I can traverse for Swamp if I need to. Or I don't even need to do that. I actually like want the Tarmogoyfs. That's why I'm kind of glad I got to save this. It's kind of interesting because I heard about this. This is like that 12 bolt deck or whatever. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of really cool, interesting synergies here. Because I can just Faithless Loot, discard Fiery Temper, kill my Grim Flare, swing in for 1/2. Gut Shot, interesting. Um, did your Black Green Midrange deck have Grim Flares in it? I think Grim Flare made that matchup very bearable. Because you need that extra 2-drop to be aggressive. I'll take the trade here. Fatal Push would be a good draw here. Another Grim Flare. I think I'm just going to take the biggest guy possible. Just fetch up Tarmogoyf. I could get a Scavenging Ooze, try to gain some life, but he's just going to Fire Temper it. And if I get Tarmogoyf, it's still a 2/3 that can block the Soulscar Mage. Oh, it's a 6/7. My bad. Oh, there's an enchantment in there, so it's even bigger. More reason to get Tarmogoyf. If your Black-Green mid-range deck had no Grim Flares, or just had Bobs or Tireless Trackers instead, that's probably why your build probably isn't the most optimal way to fight Tron. That was a good draw here. So I need to turn the corner fast here. I mean, that's probably true. I mean, Grimflare's pretty bad without Lingering Souls also. Pretty much just see my opponent whiff. Targeting me. So I don't know any cards in his hand. Targeting me, right? So I'm at 2. Oh, so you're just going for lethal here. Good line, good line. Forcing me to have a removal spell. Tarmogoyf's a good dog. So you just fade one draw step here, as usually is the case versus these burn style decks. Oh, Mr. Rhino. I'm gonna conceal the fact that I play Rhino here. Any creature is fine. Pretty much any non-creature, or any any creature, any land is fine. Him drawing gut shots fine. There's a lot of whiffs he could have. Oh, come on, baby. Whiff. Come on, whiff. Please. Don't do it. Oh, he has Faithless Student, that's right. So he has a lot of draws. He already went through 3 fire tempers, so it's just a little bolt and 1 fire temper. I'm assuming he actually has a bolt in hand, right? Yes, thank God. Oh, baby. Knight of Autumn seems really good in this matchup. Bring to Collective Brutality. I feel bad. I need light in here, but the lighting is awful. Let me see. Maybe. Let me know if that light's bothering you guys. Combo seems really good. Thought Seizes seem bad. Everything in the deck seems to have 2 toughness, so Last Hope doesn't seem that great either. Probably cut an Assassin's Trophy. What are you doing, Dolly? Maybe go something like this. Let me make sure the lighting is okay. God, the lighting is just like right in the middle. I wonder if I can move this. Ah, that's better. So that's just not in the screen. Perfecto. Okay. Like, it's just madness, right? So I don't think I can really, like, none of these cards answer the, like, stop the madness triggers. I just need more discard just to make sure they don't hit their outlets. Assassin's Trophy does hit their, that enchantment. I don't think I want too many of these guys. I think this is fine. Let's just submit deck. I don't like when people jam Flander Jund. You don't get the kind of souls much harder to get online. Wow. Ouch. um, that hurts. Inquisition's a good top deck. Let's see what's going on under the hood. Yeah, I don't like Grimflare and Jund either. A lot of people tried to make it work with like Tarfire and uh, what's another card? That's something else in there too that like made it Seal of Fire. It was like Seal of Fire and Tarfire, and that was a lot of work. So I can see why it didn't work. Yeah, Seal of Fire. Monastery Swiss Spear. Got it. It is. Especially at the time with like, yeah, I love playing Tendrils though. Like, I when As and Company was like the best deck, which is weird to say it was, but like the pre Vizier not the Vizier Devoted Druid combo, like when it actually had like Kitchen Finks and Viscera Seer and Melira, like that combo was the main thing. When that was actually like everyone considered it the best deck, man, uh, like Flame Tendrils was the shit because it deals with affinity. Merfolk was pretty popular at the time. It's you can bring it against Burn too. Just swipe up all the Goblin guys and Swiss Spears as well. That's what I want. Like I'm waiting for the day they go one black black -3/-3 camp and they get exiled. Like make it a rare. Like they have Anger of the Gods. This is the same thing, the same effect. I don't understand why they don't do it. I'm actually tempted to keep the Bobble Hand. I don't think it's worth it. Smuggler's Copter. What the hell? That is cute. That's cute. If I had like an engineering explosives, I wouldn't take the copter, but I think I need to because it does the most damage over time. So I'm gonna pay with Bobble at end of turn. I do have an answer to the trophy, I guess. Maybe I should have taken the bolt, but I boarded in Languish? I need to pay more attention. I don't think that card is. I think that card's a little too slow. Taking a lot of damage here. 11. Man, explosives would be really good here. I have to stem the bleeding somehow. Eight go to 10. I just need to hope my opponent's top deck is nothing. I think language is too slow here. Both this IOK's also will be dead pretty fast. So yeah, this IOK is actually gonna be pretty slow here. He's just gonna empty his hand. This is one of those hands where it would be fine on the draw, but on the play on the draw, it's just like, oh. Rarely at GP Portland. I will be at GP Portland. I will actually be flying there from San Jose, which will be interesting. If I can fade one draw step. Bolt 2 for 6. I'm trying to figure out if I should just slam combo here or if I should traverse for a land. I'm trying to figure if I should traverse for a land and then just trophy something, or I should just slam combo. Getting the Temple Garden actually really screwed me over. Because then I have to... I guess it doesn't matter. No, actually it doesn't. It's fine. I could traverse for a swamp, play this, fetch a forest, kill something, and then languish next turn. I take 4. I think I like that line better. So I'm going, so I can, and then just slam combo next turn to slam the door. So I think I like that line better. So traverse for swamp. Yeah, just let me know. Get the swamp here. I need to fetch the forest. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like combo is just gonna be, doesn't net me that much life gain versus actually killing something here. If he plays another 1-drop, ooh, bolt. That's a lot of damage. So 6. to 5, go to 1. And if a 2-ish draw steps, man, this is rough. Doesn't matter what I kill. If his 2 draws were bolt, I don't think it would have mattered because he would just bolt my combo. So I was at 9, right? So he would just bolt my combo, go to 11, and then I take 6, go to 5. And then if I don't top deck another land, then I am dead anyway. I mean, it's the riskier line because you're kind of relying on drawing an unpainful mana source. Oh, that's actually good too. So here I could languish. Or I could play combo hold up fatal push. And I think I'm still dead to a lot of things. So let's just try this. I wonder if my opponent boarded our gut shot, because that'd be sweet. If he didn't. Man. That was a good draw. I don't think I would have won that game anyway. I don't think I would have won that game anyway. My hand was just too slow. On the draw for sure. On the play, I think the hand would have been okay, but definitely on the draw it was a little too slow. Yeah, I had way too many 1-drops. Language is definitely a lot better on the play though. So I'll definitely keep it in. 15 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys are enjoying the content, you guys can support me by following the Twitch channel. And if you guys want up to date, up to the minute updates on when I stream, I know I kind of stream. I don't have a consistent schedule, so if you don't want like a up to date status on when I'm gonna stream, you can follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/KODiamonds22. Some douchebag stole my just straight up KO Diamond, so it's a little consistent there, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Welcome list is also kind of mediocre in this matchup. I can see it just being another trophy, but That's a good draw. It's a good hand. It's a little painful, but it'll get the job done. I need Tarmogoyf off the top, and this hand is just bombastic. Grimflare would be the worst draw because it'd be uncastable. Magus of the Scroll. The card seems slow. I'm going to take the Lightning Bolt here. Then I could Brutality, whatever, take the Wizard's Lightning. Let's do that. It's the most damage up front. You should look at my past streams. Bliss has been gas. Like, it's been so good. You have no idea. Got it. Depending on what I draw, I'll probably pitch it. Oh, Tarmogoyf is such a good draw. I think I want to still Brutality escalate. Probably just pitch the Liliana. I think Liliana is a little too slow and uncastable. A black source off the top would be nice, just so, or a green source, so I can play Goyf into Fatal Push. But with 19 lands, it's not really reliable, so 16 out of 51 is not reliable chances, so... My opponent is having some struggles with MTGO. Guess his MTGO is bugging a lot. Spire the Mogus. Huh. I wonder... I feel like this card will do the most damage over time. Or this card, I mean. Oh, but it's target creature. I don't think I care about that. So I'm just going to take the Wizard's Lightning here. You're not wrong there. I mean, that's what they did with blue-red wizards. But I mean, I think this is just a budget deck. I think that's just what the heart of the deck is just a budget alternative to burn. Because goblin guys are pretty expensive. So black source would be really good here. Or path and push. That's fine too. I think I'm just going to push this right now so it doesn't do any damage. And then I'll path this guy next turn. That's why I don't play friendly leagues. The competition, when you face the good people that play friendlies, it's there. But a lot of the times it's not. So that's why I personally don't play it. Pull to me. I'm doing a lot for just having an Overgrown Doom and a Plains as my lands. Like, a Blooming Marsh would probably be the best top deck here, so I can just go Tarmogoyf into Fatal Push. Excuse me. What is Mole draws you, though? Is that the one with, like, serum powder and shit? Yeah, I don't like it when people post, like, oh, dude, I have, like, an 80% win rate in friendly leagues. Like, this deck is really good. And I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Like, it just, I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Yeah, Serum Powder Eldrazi. That deck has some pretty explosive hands, though. I mean, I think that's a bad matchup for us, obviously, because they just go bigger than us. What would make me really sad is if this deck had Blood Moon in it or something like that. That'd be awful. So I just need to erase my opponent's top deck here. I'm going to play this Temple Garden tapped in case I draw Siege right now. This is actually a close game here. Like, I need another threat right here to just turn the corner. Like, I need another Tarmogoyf. Like, even a Walking Blitz is fine. I just need something just to increase the clock. Oh, buddy. Man, I can't fade, huh? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. He actually has enough to kill my Tarmogoyf, which sucks. Grimflurry, why weren't you here last turn, dude? Could help me out here. I guess Scavenging it was a win to find draw. Need to fade another draw again? Jesus Christ. Come on, Siege Rhino, Walking Ballista, Traverse the Wall. I have a Collective Brutality. I have a bunch of outs here. Oh, buddy. Come on! Oh, there's a Scry trigger on it? Oh, I did not know that. He bottomed it. Oh my god. Oh, please. Whiff, please. Womack Courier. Monastery Swiss Sphere. Smuggler's Copter. Or he just lags out. No, he's been saying his MTGO has been kind of laggy, so it's fine. Jesus. The ultimate slow roll. Like, is it his MTGO? Is it just him, like, trying to give me a heart attack? Oh, man. That was close. That's the thing about these burn decks. Like, even these budget burn decks, like, they're bad, but, like, they still got game, you know? Like, you can do a lot worse than just jamming 1 mana, 3 damage, 1 mana burn spells in your deck, you know? Is Anton's Abzan deck the true way to play? I actually haven't seen it. Abzan Flicker? Since we're waiting for a match, I can just look it up right now. I've never heard of it. Close that. 5747 MTGO. Has he been consistently? Yeah, I guess he's been consistently 5-0ing. Oh, I've seen this. It's just Coco. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a take on like Todd Stevens' value deck, but with Tidal Scullers and Wasteland Stranglers. I mean, it's fine. Like, this deck is like a similar iteration of this deck has been around. Like, I think it's just less mid-rangey as I would like. It doesn't have like the discard spells, so it doesn't really catch my eye. But I mean, Collector Company is a really fucking good card, so it's just like with Eternal Witness. Like, this is just like a Todd Stevens special here. That's like this list just screams Todd Stevens. Like, this is, I don't know, like, this is just a Todd Stevens list splashing black or Aether Vial. Oh, so it's like a slight 4-color build. That's cool. I mean, it seems fine. Oh, is the MTG crashing here? Is my stream still live? Oh, Jesus. My computer just froze for a second. Am I still live here? Send me a message if I'm still live here. Am I still live? Please, anyone in the chat, just message. Am I still alive? Awesome. Sorry guys, I think my computer crashed. I don't know if it's still live. James, I am currently 1-1. Lost to Dredge, close game. Beat 12 Bolt. This is interesting here. If I had a Liliana, I would take the 1 Boggle, but I think I'm going to take the Umbra here. I could also just take the Path. I think I take the Path here. I guess the arguments for taking the Boggle or the Umbra, but that was a good draw. Yeah, that's the thing about Twitch is like the stream delay is pretty awful. Man, that Umbra is just awful. The thing is, like, do I bluff the Decay here? I think I do. Is it worth killing the Umbra? I think so. Maybe it was just too aggressive. I don't know. I feel like we don't have a winning line here. Choosing my opponent to just whiff on everything. Hey! I'm gonna play Lingering Souls here. And then next turn play Leilana to minus. See, my opponent does not draw anything. That's good. That's nothing. Oh, dang. That's really good for us. That's really good for us. Just if he, as long as he just doesn't top deck another Boggle, we're pretty safe here. Like, that's actually fine. Man, drawing Liliana straight in a row is just so good. Hey, babe. Oh, I have to move it because the light's like in the way. I'll move it back after. Okay, thank you. So here I'm gonna bring in everything that kills enchantments pretty much, and just sweepers. Languish is actually pretty. It can be good and can be pretty bad because it gets around the Umbras, but if they're too big, then Languish doesn't do much. So probably gonna board out these guys, and I kind of want to board out one more card. Maybe a Gaddock. I don't know. Dredge is currently one of my top picks. It's Dredge is my best performing deck in comp with 70% win rate. I have 8 4-1s, 2 3-2s, 2 3s. I'd rather be consistent with that than I'd rather have a bunch of 4-1s and 3-2s than a bunch of 5-0s and like 1-5-0 and a bunch of 0-5s. Does that make sense? Maybe Combo is just better than Collect Brutality. Like the 60th card is actually pretty bad. Maybe a Thrun just because it infinitely blocks until they draw like a flying enchantment. We just play Combo, get the life gain. I'm mainly playing Black Green Rock and Trophy. I haven't really tested Traverse and don't think Jund is where I want to be on the month. Jesus Christ, give me some lands. Like this is like exactly where we want to be in this kind of deck. I actually want to keep this hand on the draw. Perfect. Because I can just leyline whatever. I can go Goyf, Knight, I can sequence Goyf into Knight into Leonardo. Explosives would be a really good draw here. Third land would be good too. That is not a good draw. That's kind of what you get for playing Jundo. Is just, that's kind of like what happens is if you drew the reactive part of that of your deck. So I don't know. I need land into land and into land, and I think I'd be okay here. Good grief. Assassin's Trophy would be good here. If I ever drew Assassin's Trophy, Jesus Christ. Explosive would be a good draw. Let's attack. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh man. This is awful. Just not drawing the third land really sucks. Sure. And my opponent just mulling aggressively the ley line? Because... Nice. This is such a swingy matchup because if they draw a ley line, then you're just kind of fucked. Taking a lot of damage here, but it'd be worth it. Horse Spirit Dancer. The baller here. Oh, please give me a black source off the top. Please. Please. Oh, he's not playing it. Oh, he wants to get the value. I see. Path to Exile. That's not good. This is pretty good because it insulates myself against Dryad Arbor. So... Thank goodness. So you fetched away the path. So now I just get aggro here. So this core Spirit Dancer can get pretty big, depending on what he draws. 2, 3, so it's a 3, a 3, 5. If I do the math correctly. Balls can't more for shit. Take us on this goes. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like that hand is just it needs the mulligan aggressively to ley lines, and that's why I'm saying this matchup is pretty swingy, because either you either just crush or you get run over. I think I just go Liliana here. God, Liliana's just fucking loving me today. Oops. What did I do? Why is it not letting me cast Liliana? That was so weird. Computer's bugging out. It's weird being Boggle's post board, because they just know what they're up against. I don't know. It's pretty much just like a combo deck that I don't know. It's just Boggle's just so weird. Like it was annoying when Boggle's just everywhere online too. I'm gonna keep this. I can go flare on too. Oh, we're going to. So I'm just gonna keep it on top and save the Traverse. Wooded Foothills. It could be Living End. It could be. Could be Jund. Could be Burn. Jund? Interesting. What am I playing against now? I have no idea. Oh, it is Dredge. I think I'm going to Traverse here, get the Sorcery in the yard, get a Swamp. Or, I'm sorry, get a Forest. so that I can, whatever I trigger, it triggers effectively. You could also just collect Brutality, pitching a Liliana, because I know I'm against Dredge. And like, get the most damage in. And then I can just traverse for Scavenging Ooze next turn. Force the Loam with Gifts. It's interesting. I'm gonna pitch Veil. So it's just straight Dredge? So weird. Mire, Forest, Mountain, Amalgam, Foothills. Oh, it actually kept track for me. Okay, cool. A land is actually good here. I'm gonna keep the land on top so I can traverse for Scavenging Ooze next turn. This is so weird. His opening hand was so weird. So he put Stingwit back into hand. So how aggro do you want to be here? I could Last Hope. I could just Last Hope plus here and then attack and then traverse for Scavenging Ooze. That doesn't seem like a bad line. I actually like that line, so I'm just gonna do that. Oh, I needed a fetch. Oh, I'm so dumb. Hopefully it's just shitty cards on top. Okay. My ass was saved there. God. The other line now is I can just go for Siege Rhino here. I actually kind of like that. I actually kind of like that a lot. Because like now we're just so far ahead. What are the tougher matchups for Abzan? It's the control variants in the format. It's mainly just Control and Tron, Valakut. I consider Dredge kind of a bad matchup. Hollow One's kind of a subpar matchup. Like, the thing about Abzan is everything's kind of 50-50. So nothing's like egregiously bad except for like, because like we even still have game against Control. We have game against Tron. We have game against Dredge. It's just we don't have any like super favorable matchups either, and that's why you kind of play this deck. Is you're now with Assassin's Trophy, like Tron and Control is not as bad as it used to be, so you can get away with. Oh, is he just gonna configurate me? That's fine. So it's one of those things where like you're not um you don't have any like really bad matchups, but you don't have a lot of good matchups either. Foothills. He pitched both amalgams. So this Maelstrom Pulse is going to be pretty good here. So he still has a Forest in play. So as long as he doesn't mill over a Conflagate, then I think I'm okay here. To present lethal. Hope to just dodge this one. Yep. So I have Xaxes here, right? 3 last powers over. I always forget about Chill. Chill is a good card. And this is why you still have Maelstrom Pulse on the deck. Stealing game 1 against Dredge is pretty good here. Pretty good. What do you think of the shadow list that looks into this list but have different color and only splash white for souls from the board? That deck is fine. Like 4C Shadow, I think, or it's like Jun Shadow splashing white. I mean, also Splash Blue. Like that deck was really popular a couple months ago. And then it kind of just died off for some reason. I don't know. I think that deck is fine. You can do a lot worse in the format than that deck because at least it's kind of the same. It has the same pros with this deck in that you have a proactive game plan. And I think that's the problem with a lot of mid-range decks is like with Mardu, with Black Green Rock, you don't really have a proactive game plan. Like yeah, you have discarded Tarmogoyf, but like you only have 4 Tarmogoyfs. So like if you don't have Tarmogoyf, you don't have that clock. You know what I mean? And then in contrast, they have like Tireless Tracker or like Bedlam Reveler. So against like, these unfair matchups, you're kind of screwed. Like against Storm, like Mardu, you would think Mardu would have a really good matchup, but they don't because they don't have a clock to kill him quickly. So I don't know. It's one of those things where I would rather be on something that's shadow based than Black Green Rock because you could kill someone fast with a quick death shadow. You know what I mean? So 5 pieces of Yard Hate, the 2 Wraths, and Ferox Love brought it up earlier to bring in Gaddock for Conflagate, which is a really good point, so I'm going to do that. Cut the Planeswalkers, all the abilities are pretty bad. Cut the Brutality. Probably going to cut all the Assassin's Trophies, actually. I don't like them at all. You don't want to ramp them into Bloodghast. I think I can mulligan this hand. I don't think Galactique is good enough sideboard card. This is a good hand. Thoughtseize into Surgical with Scavenging Ooze. Oh baby. I'm actually gonna should I keep this on top? Yeah, I think I want the third land to be sure, and it's pretty painless, so I'm gonna do that. It's because I have such a painful hand here with Thoughtseize and Surgical, so that would have been a good Thoughtseize target. Jesus Christ, why? That was the worst Thoughtseize in history. We can beat this hand, this my opponent's opening here for sure. So Loam targeting Foothills, Crypt, Forest. Not bad. I'm gonna have effects on draw step just in case he mills over a Conflagrate with life from the loam, and then I can just surgical it away. Worst case scenario. Lightning axe. So that's fine. Loam. So I know 6 of the 7 cards, I think. I could surgically extract the Ghast, but I think I'm more scared of Conflagrate. I mean, I could do it now. He also has Faithless Looting, so I don't think I want to do it yet. I don't think I can do it. Yep. Two Foothills. Hmm. He didn't discard any dredgers, which is just weird. I guess he just doesn't want to mill anything over to keep my scavenging ooze small, which is actually pretty smart. Surely Dredge only plays 10 dredgers. That's good to know. Jesus. Oh my god. My computer's slowing down. That's a little slow. Yeah, that's pretty slow. One, two. Go to one. I don't think I can win this game here. The other line is just play E for 2 and go to 1. Yeah, I can't even pay 2 the surgical. For a lone tooth, I'll get Dark Glass on the board. Interesting. Man, the reach on that card. Maybe I should have surgical the blood gas. I guess I should have. I guess I was just too scared to conflagrate. That's pretty rough. How aggressively do I want to mulligan to hate here? Like, this hand's fine. Then I'm just going to keep this. Be a little bit more aggro here. Sassa's Trophy. Interesting. Um, we'll see how good this Stinkwood Imp is. There's a pretty lackluster hit there. That was a good draw. Let's swing and see if he trophies my Tarmogoyf. Another Assassin's Trophy and a Creeping Chill. I think I'm going to take the Assassin's Trophy here. And just traverse first. Hopefully my opponent just draws something. And then I can... Hello. Hopefully my opponent like hardcast Stinkwood up here. Oh, Faithless Looting. I see. That's fine. So Loam draws 2 cards. Loam. Okay. Discards Loam. Imp. We discarded Imp. He still has Foothills. So I can go Conflagrate Loam, and he has nothing. Path of Bloodghast. Sorcery, instant creature, artifacts. We have Delirium. And here I'm going to hit the Conflagrate here. On draw step, I'm going to try to Bloodghast. That's fine. So as long as he didn't hit a Conflagrate, it's fine by me. Gonna exile the Bloodghast. That's fine. So Mine Mountain Gorge. Got it. So I can hit the 3 dredgers. So he has 3 dredgers, or 2 dredgers. 1, 2, or 3. So I can hit all 3 dredgers here. The loam, and it'll lock my opponent out. Loam. And stink with it. Yep, that's pretty much it. A little late for a surgical, but I'll take it. I could have Rhino next turn with 2 green mana open. So, okay. Sorry guys, I was like really focusing to get to talk much, but got to beat Dredge, which is good. Redemption for the first match. So, hopefully we can end on a good note. 11 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying this Abzan content. Lost to Dredge. Beat 12 Bolt or whatever that deck's called. Beat Dredge again. Oh gosh, I don't remember what I played the round before this. What did I play against here? So that happens when you just have a long day over. Oh, it boggles. Maybe boggles. Oops. I just exited this. My bad. Yeah, so lost to Dredge, beat 12 Bolt, beat Boggles, beat Dredge. On to the last match of the league. If you guys like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, my Twitch channel, and if you like up-to-date postings, you can follow me on Twitter, and that's where I'll also post a link to my YouTube videos. So I'll post the YouTube video up after the stream ends. I like to post them as a high quality vid, so I don't export it straight from Twitch. I download the file from Twitch and then upload it myself because the quality gets better. So, how much difference there between comp and friendly leagues? I think there's a huge difference. I think there's a lot of budget decks in friendly leagues, so I don't really like it that much in terms of testing. His hands, oh gosh, Ultimate Greed. Traverse is the way. I think Traverse is the way. That's just my opinion, though. I think Traverse is has a proactive enough game plan to aggro decks out, and then, like as you see in versus Dredge, right? I just aggroed my Dredge opponent out, which is weird to say, right? Like Tormega just becomes huge and you just kill him fast, and then eventually just Siege Rhino just was enough for lethal, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think like Blacking Rock is good, but I don't think it's aggressive enough. Like this deck has like Room Flares, Serum Visions. Oh, I'm against control. I hate how all the cards start out so small. I feel like I'm just gonna miss like the wrong land. Hopefully I draw a second land on turn 2. Oh, it's just a shadow. Got it. Probably take the Snapcaster Mage here. This card has the most immediate value. Second land. Oh, Tormaga's a good draw. It's not bad. Just need another land though. So Swamp, Inquisition of Kozilek. This could just straight Grixis, or it's Sultai, Overgrown Tomb. So it's like a Soul Time mid-range deck. I've seen this kind of brewed around. I don't think Jund is better than Abzan Traverse, but that's just my opinion. Second land. Come on, baby. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, I just noticed that we're getting late, so it's just like a soul tie. Thoughtseize. Probably take, I don't know, Liliana? 17 out of 50. Not a good look here, boys. Hopefully bottom bottoms. Bottom top. Luckily for us, my opponent's not really doing anything. Bad for us is we're not doing anything either. That's fine. So you kept the Snapcaster on top. Jesus. I don't think so. I think Abzan Traverse has a bigger matchup with big mana. But control, you're probably right. Jund probably has a better control matchup. Tarmogoyf. That was good. Land off the top would be really nice. I can go Goyf Trophy. Oh, you're gonna go discard spell? That'd be gross. Oh, Serum Visions. But Jund, well, it depends on your Jund list. I think Jund is pretty clunky as well. I think I discard Tarmogoyf here. If he has another, he knows about my trophy. So I feel like he just has another Jace or something. Out of basics. Out of basics. Makes me glad that I kept the trophy. So another land would be really nice here. So I can go Goif trophy plus Liliana. That would be the most ideal situation here. I can check your list after. Yep. But on the same vein, I need to kill this Jace, so I can't really be cute with it. Bobble. Can't let the Skoos take over. So I'm gonna just minus kill Skoos, trophy the Jace, and then just call it a day. And just hope my opponent just draws blanks. Jesus, my computer's a little laggy. Thanks for the subscription, buddy. Well, I mean, at least we're even on the card advantage front, slightly ahead with the bauble. I wonder how many Jaces these Soul Title decks run. Fatal Push. Come on, discard spell. It's like he has answers to both of these. I don't, or at least to one of these with Fatal Push. Don't know. Oops. Gosh, my computer's so laggy. Wow, my opponent's at 9 already. That's insane. No. Oh, I just top decked that second land. Too slow. And it was through a Traverse too. My one last soul would have been really good here. Nissa's pretty cool with the Scry, but Jace wins game. Oh, Nissa also wins games pretty fast too. I don't know. But Jace gets to draw 3 cards. That's the difference, though. I wonder how many lands my opponent has. Grinding through it though. Oh, so he has another basic. What? It's weird because he fetched. Now I have lethal here too. Opponent is drawing hot. But so are we. I mean, top decking a flare is pretty good. Could be worse. We are off white mana, so that's kind of awkward. If he brings back Scavenging Ooze, that'd be really bad for us. So we need to draw a removal spell for Scavenging Ooze, and then we'd be okay. We're behind for sure, but we have a lot of life draws depending on what my opponent brings back, and he brings back Scavenging Ooze. Creeping Tarpet's good. So we really need to hit a removal spell here. Is it worth the trigger? I think it is. I think I'm just gonna send it in. I think I need a removal spell at this point. Oh man, this is close. That's good. I needed to get a little aggressive there because we're so behind. Oh man. Okay. Spell bomb seem good. The run seems good. Blah blah blah. You know, all these grindy cards. Cut the discard. I don't think I like brutality here. Cut the thought seizes. Maybe I can keep on one brutality. So they have Tarmogoyf and Dillian Click. Maybe I can bring Galactique for Jace. How's it going, Michael? I'm currently 3-1. Let's just do it again. No. I just lost to Sultai mid-range, game 1. I had an opening hand of 1 land, Bauble, discard spell, Tarmogoyf, and I didn't hit my second land until turn, 4? And it was still close. It was very competitive still. I think I can bring a Remorseful Cleric, actually. The flyer. Like that. No, your deck has Traverse, right? Spell Bomb. His deck had Vendilion Click, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Liliana the Last Hope, just basic Sultai good stuff. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what was in your list. But it didn't seem anything out of the ordinary. I could play Last Hope and Plus here, or I could just play Remorseful Cleric. I'm playing Remorseful Cleric just to be a little more aggressive, because I like all the cards in my hand right now. Because if he tries to veil me, he'll veil me. Okay. Why didn't he just push my Scoos then? It's weird, unless he's going to set up a Liliana the Veil. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to fetch here. And to play around Snapcaster Mage, I'm going to exile the Fatal Push. I think I'm just gonna Liliana Plus here. Start the Languish. Pretty dead here. Way too blue to be me. That's Snapcaster Mage and Serum Visions. I don't remember if you like Serum Visions in this list, but Land creature, sorcery, planeswalker. Perfect. Discarding Assassin's Trophy. Huh. Oh, I should have pitched the Traverse. I forgot he had Spellbomb in play. Gosh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, gosh. Why? Oh, I could be so ahead here. God damn it. I'm just not thinking right now. Guess I just cast this for no value. Yeah, I just cast it for no value. Oh, I'm just not thinking. I'm playing so stupid. Why did I discard Veil? Oh man, I am so bad at this game, I swear. I have more answers to Scavenging Ooze. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. Gosh darn it, I could be so ahead. I could have trophied the Liliana, trophied opponent's Liliana minus my Liliana. I could be ahead with a Liliana on board. Now I just only facing an opponent's Scavenging Ooze. God damn it. I don't think so. You need bubbles and Traverse for sure. My removal spell. I am getting punished. And he kept whatever this is on top. I just played sloppy. I think I'm just hungry. My girlfriend keeps texting me that food's ready, and I'm just hungry. Yeah, 8. I'm just gonna scoop here. I don't think there's no point in playing this game on. He's just gonna bounce my flare. Oh man, that was brutal. I don't think I would have won the game anyway, but just not being able to play it optimally is kind of not ideal. No, I would have been able to minus Liliana, so I had a shot, but man. Oh well, it's all good. I think I was gonna look at your Jun list. See, that's the thing about these 25 land Jun decks. I just do not like them at all. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind it. It just like 20. I understand why you need 25 lands because you want to be able to cast Blood Barrel from 4 very consistently. It's the fact that if you just don't just because there's a 4 doesn't mean you're always going to draw, and the fact that the games you don't draw, you just have too much air as a beta range deck. And I understand you have 4 ravines and 1 treetop to make up for the air, but even then, you're not casting your Blood Barrels on 4, right? Like at some percentage of the time, so it's just even worse. I don't know. It's just me. I'm not a fan of these 25 land Jun decks. I would cut a land for some early interaction, like a 3rd push or something. That's just me. I understand. It's not really the fact of threat density. It's just like I don't know. Like I just say, I feel the same way about these black green rock decks. It's the sideboard curve. I mean, you just master the fail. It's not like you have like a 5-drop. I don't think you need 25. I would cut. I don't know. I'd cut something. Maybe a Twilight Mire or Backleaf Cliffs. This doesn't seem like, I think it's just too clunky for modern. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's. But yeah, I am starving. I know I'm obviously not playing the most optimal. So I'm going to grab dinner. And I just want to thank everyone who has tuned in. I had, I think, around like 17 viewers today. I just want to thank the people who followed me. Let me look at my email. Undead158, Faye Rocks, Carcolepsy. Thanks you guys for tuning in, growing my subscriber count higher every time I stream at 170. Hopefully I can hit that 200 mark soon. But other than that, hope you guys have a good week. I'll be trying to stream next week as well. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm glad I had a very vocal chat. I love that about streaming. Glad everyone got to not even just chat with me, just chat amongst each other. It's fun to have just like an interactive social environment while I stream and play Magic together. But yeah, it's always fun chatting with you guys. Glad we got some new subscribers here as well, new members of the stream. So hope you guys can join me next time. Just, subscribe to me on Twitch. I'll be uploading this on YouTube, and if you want to find the link, I'll be posting it on Twitter, so you can follow me on Twitter as well. Other than that, appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.